Few names in the world of professional boxing have the same resonance as Mike Tyson's. Tyson is a legendary character whose life narrative bears witness to his extraordinary talent, tumultuous upbringing, and lasting influence. Mike Tyson's path captured the attention of people worldwide, from his quick ascent to his fall from grace and eventual redemption. In this video, we will explore his life's many aspects, including his media appearance, boxing career, personal life, notable fights, accomplishments, and unique personality. Above all, though, we'll discover why there will never be another Mike Tyson. So let's get started without wasting any more time. The story of Mike Tyson's boxing career is one of incredible accomplishments and unchecked strength. At the age of 20, Tyson, who had previously made waves as a teenage sensation, became the youngest heavyweight champion in history. Tyson's aggressive technique and amazing speed helped him to crush opponents and leave a lasting legacy throughout his career. His fierce fighting style and explosive knockouts gave him the nickname Iron Mike. Tyson's record includes a number of memorable fights that cemented his reputation as a boxing icon. His name will always be remembered in the annals of sports history because of his confrontations with opponents like Lennox Lewis and Evander Holyfield. The eagerly awaited fight between Tyson and Holyfield in 1996 produced one of the most notorious scenes in boxing history, the bite fight, in which Tyson notoriously bit off a portion of Holyfield's ear. In spite of the controversy, Tyson's accomplishments include winning 3 world championships and winning the heavyweight crown again. Tyson made history even when things did not go his way. For example, in 1990, he lost to James "Buster" Douglas, which was the most significant upset in boxing history. The boxing community gave Tyson many names that reflected his tough exterior. Iron Mike, as previously said, represented his unwavering strength and will. His other well-known moniker, Kid Dynamite, emphasized his young energy and explosive strength. These monikers grew to be associated with Tyson's larger-than-life persona in addition to his fighting prowess. Now, let's examine Tyson's incredible career in more detail. At the 1981 and 1982 Junior Olympic Games, Tyson competed as an amateur and won gold medals. In 1981, he defeated Joe Cortez, and in 1982, he triumphed over Kelton Brown. After defeating Jonathan Littles in the 1984 Nation Golden Gloves competition in New York, Tyson took home the gold medal. Being an amateur, he lost both of his fights against Henry Tillman by decision. Later, Tillman won the gold medal in heavyweight boxing in the Summer Olympics in Los Angeles in 1984. On March 6, 1985, Tyson made his professional debut in Albany, New York, at the age of 18. He stopped Hector Mercedes via TKO in the opening round. In his debut year as a professional, he fought in 15 matches. In his early bouts, Tyson had won 26 out of 28 by knockout or technical knockout, with 16 of those victories occurring in the first round. The caliber of his opponents progressively rose to include James Tillis, David Jaco, Jesse Ferguson, Mick Green, and Marcus Frazier, as well as journeyman fighters and potential contenders. Tyson's winning streak caught the attention of the media, and he was hailed as the next great heavyweight champion. D'Amato, who served as both Tyson's foster father and mentor, passed away in November 1985, not long after Tyson began his professional career. Some people believe that Tyson's struggles in his later years were mostly caused by his death. At the Houston Fieldhouse in Troy, New York, on February 16, 1986, Tyson faced journeyman heavyweight Jesse Ferguson in his first nationally televised contest. In the 5th round, Tyson used an uppercut to knock down Ferguson, breaking his nose. In an apparent attempt to save Tyson more harm, Ferguson started to grip and clinch the fighter during the 6th round. Near the middle of the 6th round, the referee eventually stopped the fight after warning Ferguson multiple times to follow his instructions to box. Due to his opponent's disqualification, Tyson was first declared the winner of the bout. Tyson's camp objected that a DQ win would have ended Tyson's run of knockout victories, and that a knockout would have been the inevitable outcome. Therefore, the decision was adjusted to a win by technical knockout. Following 6 consecutive knockout wins, Tyson faced former world title contender Marcus Frazier in Glens Falls, New York in July. With 2 quick uppercuts that sent Frazier unconscious 30 seconds into the bout, Tyson easily defeated Frazier by charging at him at the opening bell. Following his victory against Frazier, Tyson was scheduled to face Jose Ribalta in 1986. Throughout the battle, Tyson would receive body blows from Ribalta. When the referee ruled the bout off in the 2nd, 8th, and 10th rounds, Tyson had already knocked Ribalta down 3 times. Tyson continued, stating that his most challenging battle had been with Ribalta. "I hit Jose Ribalta with everything, and he took everything and kept coming back for more. Jose Ribalta stood toe-to-toe with me. He was very strong in the clinches, and Ribalta was a game fighter who engaged me. I felt nauseous from all Ribalta's body blows even hours after the fight. I never felt that much general pain again." At the age of 21 years and 4 months, Tyson became the youngest heavyweight champion in time when he defeated Trevor Berbick for the World Boxing Council Heavyweight Championship on November 22, 1986. In 1987, he won the WBA and IBF titles after beating James Smith and Tony Tucker. Tyson's impressive performance earned him numerous accolades. Donald Saunders wrote, "The noble and manly art of boxing can at least cease worrying about its immediate future, now that it has discovered a heavyweight champion fit to stand alongside Dempsey, Tunney, Louis, Marciano, and Ali." Tyson's strength and exceptional hand speed, accuracy, coordination, and timing left opponents feeling intimidated. In addition to his offensive prowess, Tyson was a skilled defensive player. He learned the peekaboo move from his trainer, Cus D'Amato, which involved raising his hands to deflect blows and timing his own. Tyson's ability to punch with great force was largely attributed to his ability to stoop just before landing an uppercut or hook. This allowed his legs to spring backward, adding force to his blow. One of his defining attacks was a right uppercut to the chin of his opponent, followed by a right hook to the body. This combo brought down Jose Ribalta, Jesse Ferguson, and Lorenzo Boyd. Tyson entered the heavyweight unification series as the overwhelming favorite, and the goal of the competition was to crown an unchallenged heavyweight champion. On March 7, 1987, Tyson faced James Smith in a title defense. After winning by unanimous decision, he added Smith's World Boxing Association WBA championship to his collection of belts. In the media, Tyson mania was spreading rapidly. In addition, he defeated Pinklon Thomas via TKO in the 6th round back in May. On August 1st, he defeated Tony Tucker to win the International Boxing Federation title by unanimous decision after 12 rounds. He made history by being the first heavyweight to hold the WBA, WBC, and IBF major belts simultaneously. In October of the same year, Tyson defeated Tyrell Biggs, the 1984 Olympic gold medalist in super heavyweight, by TKO in the 7th round of their bout. Tyson caught the interest of Nintendo, a video game manufacturer, at this period. Following one of Tyson's fights, Nintendo of America president Minoru Arakawa was so taken by the fighter's power and skill that he proposed Tyson be added to the next Punch-Out game for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Nintendo launched Mike Tyson's Punch-Out in 1987, which sold more than 1 million copies and was warmly appreciated. In addition, Tyson engaged in 3 bouts in 1988. On January 22, 1988, he took on Larry Holmes and stopped the illustrious former champion via knockout in the 4th round. In his 75 professional fights, Holmes had only 1 knockout loss. In March, among marketing and promotion duties, Tyson faced contender Tony Tubbs and won easily via 2nd round TKO. On June 27, 1988, Michael Spinks and Tyson squared off. Expectations were high because the battle was the richest fight in history at the time. Experts in boxing predicted a titanic struggle of styles, pitting Spinks's deft footwork and outboxing against Tyson's relentless infighting. Many people believe Tyson's first-round knockout of Spinks in the 91-second fight was the apex of his boxing prowess and notoriety. Tyson's issues outside of the ring were also starting to surface during this time. Don King and Bill Caton were fighting about his future contract, and his marriage to Robin Givens was on the verge of dissolution. Tyson had just 2 fights in 1989 due to personal issues. In February, he squared off against British boxer Frank Bruno. Although Tyson eventually stopped Bruno in the 5th round, Bruno was able to stun him at the end of the 1st round. Then, in July, Tyson defeated Carl "The Truth" Williams in the opening round. In 1990, Tyson appeared to have lost his way, and there were rumors that his training was less hard before the Buster Douglas match, adding chaos to his personal life. He was defeated by Douglas in a match on February 11, 1990, for the undisputed title. As the only casino to release odds for the bout, the Mirage set Tyson at a whopping 42-1 favorite. Tyson was a clear favorite among bettors. Douglas's rapid jab, which had a 12-inch reach advantage over Tyson's, proved too much for Tyson to handle. In the 8th round, Tyson managed to strike Douglas with an uppercut that sent him sprawling to the canvas, but Douglas bounced back strong enough to give Tyson severe thrashing in the next 2 rounds. The Tyson camp would later gripe about the slow count and the fact that Douglas took more than 10 seconds to stand back up after the fight. Douglas dropped Tyson for the first time in his career with a vicious uppercut that came just 35 seconds into the 10th round. Douglas then followed up with a 4-punch combination of hooks. Referee Octavio Meyran counted him out. One of the most unexpected surprises in contemporary sports history was the knockout victory by Douglas against Tyson, the baddest man on the planet, who had been unbeaten and possibly the most lethal boxer in professional boxing at the time. Even after the unexpected defeat, Tyson said that his loss to Douglas was the pinnacle of his career. "I needed that fight to make me a better person and fighter. I have a broader perspective of myself and boxing." Following the defeat, Tyson bounced back, defeating Alex Stewart and Henry Tillman in the first round of his respective bouts. With his victory over the 1984 Olympic heavyweight gold medalist Tillman, Tyson was able to exact revenge on Tillman for the setbacks he suffered as an amateur. Following these fights, a rematch for Evander Holyfield's undisputed World Heavyweight Championship, which he had won from Douglas in his first title defense, was planned up via elimination battle. On March 18, 1991, top contender Mike Tyson squared off against number 2, Donovan "Razor" Ruddock. Ruddock was regarded as one of the hardest punching heavyweights in the business and the most dangerous heavyweight around. For the majority of the bout, Tyson and Ruddock traded blows, but in the 7th round, referee Richard Steele controversially halted the bout in Tyson's favor. The supporters in attendance were enraged by this decision, which led to a brawl in the audience following the fight. It was necessary to lead the referee out of the ring. On June 28th of the same year, Tyson and Ruddock squared off once more. Tyson prevailed via unanimous decision after a 12th round stoppage of Ruddock. On November 8, 1991, Tyson and Holyfield were supposed to square off for the uncontested championship. However, Tyson had to withdraw due to a rib cartilage injury he had suffered while training. Tyson was taken into custody in July 1991 after sexually assaulting Desiree Washington in the Canterbury Hotel in Indianapolis. Rehearsals were underway in the city for Washington, a competitor in the Miss Black America pageant, who had previously been named Miss Black Rhode Island. Tyson's trial ran from January 26 to February 10, 1992. He was accused of 1 count of sexual assault, 2 counts of criminal deviant conduct, and 1 count of criminal confinement, charges that carried a maximum sentence of 63 years. Tyson was given a sentence of 6 years in jail and 4 years on probation on March 26, 1992. After spending less than 3 years of his sentence, he was freed in March 1995. After his release from prison, Tyson easily defeated Buster Mathis Jr. and Peter McNeely, with the tagline, "He's back." Tyson's first return fight brought in over $96 million in revenue globally, 1.52 million homes paid to watch the bout, setting records for PPV viewership and income. The Tyson-McNeely bout was featured in TV Guide's 1998 list of the 50 greatest TV sports moments of all time. In March 1996, Tyson successfully defended his WBC title against Frank Bruno, earning him 1 more belt. It was their second bout, and in the 3rd round, Tyson submitted Bruno. In September that year, Tyson won the WBA title by stopping champion Selden in the opening frame. Selden faced harsh criticism and ridicule in the mainstream media for appearing to give way under Tyson's harmless blows. In the 4th fight of his personal comeback, Tyson took against Evander Holyfield in a bid to defend the WBA belt. Finally was the title fight that Tyson and Holyfield fought on November 9, 1996. Unexpectedly, Tyson was defeated by Holyfield, who many pundits considered to have almost no chance of winning. However, Holyfield's victory was spoilt by claims made by Tyson's team that Holyfield repeatedly headbutted him throughout the fight, forcing a rematch. On June 28, 1997, Tyson and Holyfield fought another time. With $100 million in revenue and considerably more attention than the first fight, the eagerly awaited rematch was a successful event. At the conclusion of the third round, the fight was stopped, and Tyson was disqualified for biting Holyfield on both ears. This would soon become one of the most contentious incidents in modern sports history. The match was put on hold when Tyson bit him for the first time. But when the fight restarted, Tyson bit him once more, which led to his disqualification and Holyfield's victory. A portion of Holyfield's right ear was cut off during the first bite, and it was found on the ring floor following the bout. Later, Tyson claimed that his actions were a form of revenge for Holyfield's repeated, unpunished headbutts. By a unanimous voice vote on July 9, 1997, the Nevada State Athletic Commission revoked Tyson's boxing license. He was also fined $3 million and required to cover the hearing's legal expenses. However, Tyson made his ring comeback in January 1999, facing South African fighter Francois Botha. This game likewise had a contentious conclusion. Although Botha had the upper hand early on in the fight, Tyson is said to have tried to break Botha's arms during a tie-up, and the referee warned both boxers during the heated exchange. All scorecards showed that Botha had the upper hand, and he was bold enough to make fun of Tyson as the battle continued. However, Tyson delivered a clean right hand in the fifth round, stopping Botha in his tracks. Tyson faced off against Oliver Norris on October 23, 1999. When the bell rang to close the first round, Tyson used a left hook to take down Norris. When he went down, Norris hurt his knee and stated he couldn't go on. As a result, the fight was declared a no contest. Moreover, Tyson engaged in 3 fights in 2000. January's first matchup was against Julius Francis. It took him 4 minutes to end the fight in the second round by knocking Francis out. In a brief 38-second battle in June 2000 in Glasgow, he also defeated Lou Savarese in the opening round. Later in October, Tyson battled the equally contentious Andrew Golota, emerging victorious in the third round when Golota was rendered unable to continue owing to a fractured cheekbone, concussion, and neck ailment. After Tyson refused to submit to a pre-fight drug test and tested positive for marijuana in a post-fight urine test, the outcome was later altered to no contest. In his only fight of 2001, Tyson stopped Brian Nielsen in the 7th round via TKO in Copenhagen. In 2002, Tyson was again allowed to compete for a heavyweight title. The altercation finally took place on June 8, 2002. Lewis stopped Tyson with a right hand in the 8th round after dominating the bout. Following the bout, Tyson showed respect and gave Lewis credit for winning. On February 22, 2003, in a different fight held in Memphis, Tyson defeated outsider Clifford Etienne 49 seconds into the opening frame. There were rumors during the pre-fight that Tyson was not fit. Some claimed he skipped training to go out and party in Las Vegas and get a fresh tattoo on his face. Ultimately, this turned out to be Tyson's last bout as a professional fighter. However, on July 30, 2004, events took an odd turn. Another comeback bout between Tyson and British boxer Danny Williams took place in Louisville, Kentucky. Tyson dominated the first 2 rounds, and the third round was tied, but Tyson was shockingly knocked out in the 4th round. Following the bout, it was discovered that Tyson was attempting to fight using only one leg since he had injured his other knee in the opening round. Tyson had now lost 5 times in his career. 4 days after the fight, he had surgery to repair the ligament. According to Shelley Finkel, his manager, Tyson's knee ailment prevented him from landing powerful right-hand punches. On June 11, 2005, Tyson pulled out of a close fight against journeyman Kevin McBride before the 7th round had started. In the 2008 documentary, Tyson said that he was in bad physical shape, that he was tired of boxing seriously, that he fought McBride for financial gain, and that he did not expect to win. Tyson declared he would give up boxing after suffering defeats in 3 of his previous 4 contests, citing a lack of enthusiasm for the sport. Tyson's enormous personality and unmatched theatrics are just as much of the reason for his ongoing attraction to the general public as his unmatched athleticism. His crowd-pleasing skills go well beyond the ring. Tyson has a varied resume in the entertainment industry, including documentaries and box office hits. Mike collaborated with filmmaker Burt Marcus on the much-awaited documentary Champs, which explores the lives of the greatest boxers inside and outside the ring. In addition, Tyson is becoming well-known on television. In addition to starring in his own documentary series on Fox Sports 1, Being Mike Tyson, he was also the subject of a Warner Brothers animated series that aired on Adult Swim and was renewed for a second season following its wildly successful premiere. Beyond movies and TV, the theater has embraced Tyson with wide arms and has seen him succeed enormously. He has been touring both domestically and abroad with his highly regarded Broadway one-man show Mike Tyson, Undisputed Truth, which also aired as an HBO special. Following a triumphant run at the Hollywood Theater at the MGM Grand, the production had its Broadway debut on July 31, 2012, directed by renowned artist Spike Lee. Undisputed Truth is the legendary person's unvarnished, uncensored life narrative as it has never been revealed before. Currently living in Las Vegas, the city he helped electrify on several fight nights over the last 20 years, Tyson is retired from boxing. In the autumn of 2013, his autobiography, Undisputed Truth, shot to the top of the New York Times bestseller list after being published both domestically and globally. In the sports world, Mike Tyson's legacy is still felt today. His influence on pop culture, boxing, and public perception is immense. Tyson's path, which began with him as a rough-and-tumble street child and continued until he became a well-respected elder statesman, is proof of the potential for personal development and repentance. The legend of Iron Mike endures because he still has the ability to inspire and impact others. Do you also think there will never be another Mike Tyson? Let us know in the comments below. We will see you next time. Take care.